That stat line, I think, is much closer to what we thought we were going to be accustomed to seeing from Cam Johnson on a night-to-night basis when they made the trade with the Brooklyn Nets. Do you view the way that Cam Johnson played in the loss to the Chicago Bulls as maybe not necessarily a silver lining, but at a minimum, a promising sign of potential things to come from the newest Nuggets starter?
Well, David Adelman called it a silver lining. So,
Oh, perfect.
yeah, after the game, he said, as a team and as an individual, there are wins and losses. And tonight we lost as a team, but this was a win as an individual for Cam, basically, is essentially what he said. So I think that was a really nice game from Cam. And this is something I talked about on Mile High Hoops yesterday with Danilo Pirro and myself. Christian Braun's injury is obviously a net negative for the Nuggets. It's just bad. And you saw some of that yesterday with them not being able to score in transition. They were like 3 for 13, the 3-point barrage that the Bulls were on in the first half. Those are Christian's jobs, and the Nuggets are going to be missing that for the next month plus. But the positive is Cam Johnson can't go out there thinking too much and being the fifth banana. Cam Johnson needs to be a little bit more aggressive as the fourth banana now, and maybe even sometimes the third banana. And as that player, at least last night, he looked a lot better. But some of it was just the fact that he made the shots that he's been taking the entire time he's been with the Nuggets. So I thought Cam was good. There is no problem with Cam. But I do think we're going to see more of this from Cam, especially with Christian injured. The question to me is, what do the Nuggets do in terms of reshaping their bench and reshaping their starting unit without Christian in it for the next couple months? Because that is something we saw as a problem in that game with the bench being outscored. I think it was 66-9. We've been talking about how good the bench was. And part of it too, Richie, was the Bulls played 12 players last night. They just kept coming in with waves and waves, and their starters were minus 15. Their bench is what really won them that game. And I really don't look at it as a bad loss. The Bulls have had some good wins. They've had a long road trip where they've really struggled here recently. They had that double overtime heartbreaker in Salt Lake City, which normally is a really, really tough back-to-back. But as a young team with a good coach and Billy Donovan, they got back and they turned it around. And, the first game of a homestand always can be a struggle for this Nuggets team. So I'm not really that upset with this Nuggets loss. I actually think the loss at Portland and the loss at Golden State were much, much more frustrating than last night's. But they've got to continue to take care of business at home. And they were a win away from last night and on Wednesday against a really sorry bum Pelicans team from having the best start in Nuggets history. So it's just a little bit unfortunate that they won't be able to claim that mark.